Welcome to the Deep Dive.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to another Deep Dive. Today, we're going somewhere pretty interesting, I think. We're going to be looking at...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The Martha Mitchell effect.
Okay, I've heard of that.
Yeah, and, you might be thinking, what does that have to do with marketing? But trust me, it's got a lot to do with marketing.
Okay, color me intrigued.
So, first off, for those who don't know, the Martha Mitchell effect, it's this thing, right, where somebody's telling the truth and people think they're crazy.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the Wikipedia article for this.
Yeah.
And it says... The Martha Mitchell effect is a form of misdiagnosis. I love how they put it like that. Wherein a clinician, psychologist, psychiatrist, or other mental health professional. I love how they just kept adding more people there.
It's covering all their bases.
Yeah, exactly. Incorrectly labels a patient's accurate perception of real events as delusional.
Yeah, and that's where it gets really scary because, if your doctor is misdiagnosing you, that's bad. And then think about if people are not believing you at all about, real things that are happening.
Yeah.
That's kind of how, conspiracy theories get started.
Right.
Because somebody is really seeing something, but everybody else is like, no, you're crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, and what's interesting is, this happened, there was this woman, Martha Mitchell.
Right.
And her husband was John Mitchell. He's the attorney general under the Nixon administration. And she was the one who was like, something's going on with this Watergate thing.
Yeah.
But nobody believed her. They thought she was
paranoid.
Paranoid.
Yeah.
They thought she was crazy.
Until it turned out that she was actually right.
Right.
And that's the thing that's so, so crazy about the Martha Mitchell effect.
Exactly. Now, here's where it gets interesting for us as marketers, or for anybody who's trying to sell something, or anybody who's trying to get their message out there. Because sometimes we can be like the doctors who are misdiagnosing the patient. Right. We think we know what our audience wants. We think we know what's going to resonate with them.
Yeah.
But we're not actually listening to what they're saying. Mm-hmm. We're not paying attention to the signals that they're giving us.
So it's like we're coming in with our own preconceived notions.
Exactly. We're coming in with our own biases. And we're so focused on our message.
Right.
That we're not actually hearing what the other person is trying to tell us.
And that's so dangerous because, in marketing, if you're not listening to your customers, you're going to fail.
Exactly. You're going to fail.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to give them what they want. You're going to give them what you think they want.
Right. Right.
And that's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
So how do we avoid this? How do we avoid falling into the Martha Mitchell effect trap as marketers?
I think the first thing is just to be aware of it, to know that this is a thing that can happen.
Right.
And then to really make an effort to listen to your audience, to pay attention to what they're saying.
Yeah.
And not just what they're saying, but how they're saying it. What are the emotions behind their words?
Right. And that's something that the source material we have for this episode, it really emphasizes listening and validation.
All right.
Like actually validating what your audience is saying, even if you don't agree with it.
Exactly. Because even if you don't agree with it, there's probably a reason why they're saying it.
Yeah.
And if you can understand that reason, you can understand your audience better.
Exactly. And that's how you build trust. That's how you build relationships. And ultimately, that's how you succeed in marketing.
Yeah, because it's all about connecting with people, right?
Exactly.
And you can't connect with people if you're not listening to them.
So what are some practical things that marketers can do to make sure that they're really listening to their audience?
Well, one thing is to make sure that you're getting feedback from a variety of sources. Don't just rely on your own internal team.
Right.
Talk to your customers. Read their reviews. Look at what they're saying on social media. Conduct surveys. Get data from all different angles.
That's like having multiple thermometers, right?
Exactly. You want to make sure that you're getting a full picture of what's going on.
Right.
And then once you have all that data, you need to analyze it carefully. Look for patterns.
Right.
Look for trends.
Right.
And don't be afraid to challenge your own assumptions.
Yeah, because sometimes we can be so attached to our own ideas that we're not willing to see the truth, even when it's staring us right in the face.
Yeah.
So we need to be open to the possibility that we might be wrong.
Right.
And we need to be willing to adjust our course based on what we learn from our audience.
And I think that's where empathy comes in.
Yeah.
Because if you can empathize with your audience, if you can understand their perspective, you're much more likely to be able to connect with them on a deeper level.
Yeah. And the source material talks about that too. It talks about the importance of building a culture of empathy within marketing teams.
Right, because it's not enough for just one person to be empathetic. The whole team needs to be on board.
Yeah, and that's how you avoid making those costly marketing mistakes.
Exactly, because when you're truly listening to your audience, you're much less likely to misdiagnose their needs.
Yeah, you're much less likely to give them something that they don't want.
And you're much more likely to build those strong, lasting relationships that are so essential for success in marketing.
So I think the big takeaway here is that the Martha Mitchell effect is not just some obscure medical phenomenon.
Right.
It's a powerful reminder for all of us, especially those of us in marketing, that we need to be careful not to dismiss the perspectives of others, even if they seem strange or unfamiliar to us.
Yeah. Because sometimes those strange and unfamiliar perspectives are the ones that hold the key to unlocking true insights and creating truly successful marketing campaigns.
So next time you're working on a marketing campaign, think about the Martha Mitchell effect. Ask yourself, am I really listening to my audience? Am I validating their perceptions? Or am I projecting my own assumptions onto them?
Those are great questions to ask.
Because if you're not careful, you might just end up misdiagnosing your audience and making a big marketing mistake.
And nobody wants that.
All right. Thanks for listening to our deep dive on the Martha Mitchell effect.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was great to be here.
Until next time.
See ya.
Step right up, we're diving in. Marketing tales from where to when. Curious facts that make you grin. Welcome, friends, let's begin. From lost campaigns to clever schemes, broken dreams and wild extremes, the lessons learned through all extremes. Truth is stranger than it seems. Oh, it's the deep dive you gotta hear. Marketing tales from far and near. The lessons wrapped in laughter clear. Oh yeah, we're taking the rear. Marketing myths and legends bold. Stories better than gold. Every tale is retold in ways you've never been told. From the quirky ads gone haywire to campaigns that catch fire. Every story to admire. Tune in and let's aspire. Oh, it's the deep dive you gotta hear. Marketing tales from far and near. Lessons wrapped in laughter clear. Oh yeah, we're taking the rear. From lost campaigns to clever schemes, broken dreams and wild extremes, the lessons learned through all extremes. Truth is stranger than it seems. Oh, it's the deep dive you gotta hear. Marketing tales from far and near. Lessons wrapped in laughter clear. Oh yeah, we're taking the rear. Oh yeah, we're taking the rear. Oh, it's the deep dive you gotta hear. Marketing tales from far and near. Lessons wrapped in laughter clear. Oh yeah, we're taking the rear. Oh yeah, we're taking the rear.